First up, let's get you this quick breaking update. Remember, coming in a statement on oath that has come into the United States House Armed Services Committee, General Michelle Kurilla, who commands the U.S. Center Command, has strongly endorsed America's relationship with Pakistan. So you should be surprised. These are also details that are flashing on your screens, that ties with India cannot cost the Pakistani ties. And clearly, if you've been wondering that when it comes to terror, why is it that India is fighting this lonely fight, I think another more example of the hypocrisy of the West, the hypocrisy of the US in particular, who continue to see merit in having that relationship with Pakistan. Significantly, when it comes for New Delhi, the same gentleman says, and allow me to quote, that we have to have a relationship with Pakistan and with India. I do not believe it to be a binary switch, that we can't have one with Pakistan if we have a relationship with India. We should look at the merits of the relationship for the positives that it has, unquote.
We have to have a relationship with Pakistan and with India. I do not believe it is a binary switch, that we can't have one with Pakistan if we have a relationship with India. We should look at the merits of the relationship for the positives that it has.
So let's make sense of this comment. We'll have our colleague Vishnu up on our screens in just a moment, who's been able to pick up that entire statement. And Vishnu, please explain to us the context, the ramifications, and whether this was, ever even doubted. The US obviously looking at its own interests.
No, that's absolutely right. The US looking at its interests. And I think the message over here is that India needs to continue fighting terrorism and our concerns all alone. The US is an important strategic partner, but at the end of the day, the US will protect its own interests. Now, this general in question is the top US Central Command commander. And what he said is that Pakistan has had a phenomenal role in helping the United States fighting the ISIS-K, the ISIS Khorasan. And he says that there have been several people from which the Pakistani armed forces have fought against, and they've successfully deported them to the United States. He did add that General Asim Munir, the Pakistani Chief of Army Staff, in fact, called up this general who's actually said that and said that, look, we've got this top person. So he says that as far as the support that Pakistan gives America in the fight against terrorism, against America's enemy, namely the ISIS-K, that help has been phenomenal, which is why the general says, and I quote, "We have to have a relationship with Pakistan and with India. I do not believe it to be a binary switch, that we can't have one with Pakistan if we have a relationship with India. We should look at the merits of the relationship for the positives that it has." Now, this is a statement which might have, a resonance over here in New Delhi. People would be concerned because India has always been absolutely clear in our position that there is only one fight. Either you're with us in the battle against terrorism or you are against us. But the US obviously has its own concerns as far as terrorism are concerned. But this is something that New Delhi would clearly be looking at very closely, because this was a statement on oath to the US House Services Committee.